Far too many business owners and entrepreneurs focus on building a business and not a brand. On this Branding Bites podcast, I dish out bite-sized strategies to keep your personal brand front and center to make a more significant impact and see bigger results in your business. Hey there, it's Kristen Korn, and you're listening to the Branding Bites podcast, episode number 11. My one unexpected joy from 2019 that could bring you more clarity. As we close out this year in 2019 and enter a new year and a new decade, it's only appropriate to honor the past year by celebrating your joys, mourning your losses, and just shaking your head at the wonder of all of it. So today, I wanted to get very honest and very transparent with you and share an unexpected joy of mine from 2019. And I know many of you listeners have direct sales experience or are currently in one. So I think this story I'm about to tell will help you in many ways find clarity if you are thinking of expanding or maybe just pivoting your business portfolio. But before I dive in, let me give you some backstory. So for the past 7 years, I placed my direct sales business as the top priority in my life. It was my main income stream. At times, it even matched or exceeded my husband's coaching income. It was my main commitment to grow. It really revolved around most of my conversations, how I lived, who I hung out with, or even talked to. I had become such a mold of that company and the culture and really drank the Kool-Aid, to be honest. Just being honest here, until this year. So if you know my story, you know that in February of 2017, I pressed send on my first email to paying clients who wanted my help with creative branding. You see, a few years into that direct sales business, I was becoming frustrated with the copy and paste marketing tactics reinforced throughout our industry. As a creative and business owner for many, many years before that, I knew there had to be other ways to connect with my audience than with company photos and sales captions. If I was sick and tired of seeing the same images and promotions in my timeline, I knew my readers had to feel the exact same way. So as I started to change the way I created original content by sharing my authentic journey, my personal photos, giving my audience a little, behind the scenes look into my business, other business owners wanted to learn how to do the same. So February 2017 is when my little branding business began. And then every month since then, I would watch my client number grow from 11 paying clients in my first month to over 400 just 24 months later. There was something so immense building inside of me and pulling at my heartstrings. Like the skills I had and the passion I was having for business and authentic marketing, they were guiding me to take my branding business to the next level. So this year, in January of 2019, I made my biggest investment to date at that time to purchase a course on how to build a digital course. And I released I had released a branding course before, but there's a big but to that. I never gotten real guidance on the whole creating a webinar or marketing the course, doing an email sequence or setup of how to really build one and promote it the right way. Okay. So I spent the $1,500 on that course and I put my head down. I put my headphones on and I got to work for 3 months to build my own. Through that time, every day, I poured my heart and soul into researching my ideal clients, updating content that I had already had in my old course, recording new videos, setting up my webinar, the funnel sequences, the ads, and all the launch info. You guys, it was a lot. And I became obsessed with every bit of it. It was hands down the hardest thing technically to do, but the most unexpected, thrilling pivot I've ever made. If that makes sense. To have faith in myself and my talents to put together a $300 course was really mind-blowing at the time to be able to accomplish all of that. Then to see it have an $8,000 launch in just 2 weeks was even more verification that this was my lane. This episode of the Branding Bites podcast is brought to you by my 14-day Stay in Your Lane challenge. If you're ready to pave the foundation for your brand and turn a stuck and lost mindset into a business journey with purpose and confidence, I invite you to join the next round of the 14-day Stay in Your Lane challenge. Enroll today at kristenkorn.com/challenge. The next round starts tomorrow.
And I was talking with my friend Jennifer Burkhart last week. And she's also my business coach and a virtual assistant and everything to me right now. But she's also in direct sales. And we were reflecting on our journey that led us to direct sales, then to where we are both right now. So, which is using our passions and skills to build our own businesses. And she mentioned something that really made it all clear to me. That most of the people, when you think about it, who join direct sales companies, they come from being like having a full-time career and maybe even loving that career. That's totally fine if you like your job. Or maybe they were a stay-at-home mom, or maybe they were a coach's wife, or some other title. And when you get into this business ownership role inside a direct sales company, you start to see small wins that you never saw before in your previous title. You got new clients and these new paychecks coming into your bank account. And even if those checks were only a couple $100s a month, they were evidence of your sales ability. Confirmation that you can do something other than be a teacher or be a nurse or be your mom or be your wife. And then with this comes the idea, a little more confidence, right? That maybe you could do more with what you already know how to do or have a passion about. So you start to think to yourself, well, maybe I could start my own business, fill in the blank, teaching others how to apply makeup, how to use Pinterest for your business, how to start an organic farm, how to cook healthier meals for your family, or coaching other business owners. And this moment, this point right here, this is my magical spot where I can step into their lives and say, hell yes, you can. Let me show you exactly how to make that happen. And also let me note, all those business ideas are all actual businesses that exist today in my clients' lives because they had faith in themselves to take action on an idea. Their actions led to more confidence and now own multiple businesses. They removed the handcuffs of just being a mom, a teacher, a nurse, or wife, and a direct sales rep. And they had the guts to say yes. This direct sales business was an integral part of my life to bring me the confidence needed to do more, to springboard me into my next chapter. But my entrepreneur journey does not stop here with this direct sales company. I am made for even more, and I can help make a bigger impact by living out my own passions to serve others with my individual skills and gain not only a paycheck from it, but more fulfillment. And that is exactly what I said to myself. And I think you might need to hear that today. So if you need to click that 15-second rewind button on your podcast player, do that now and repeat that message to yourself. You're going to hear a lot of people who tell you you cannot do something. It could come from a company leader. It could come from a friend. It could come from a spouse or a parent. But I'm here to tell you you can. And yes, I get passionate about this because I think so many people are holding back their potential. So to recap, an unexpected joy in 2019 would be shaking up my business priorities and putting my personal brand marketing business front and center. So I am now investing in me and Kristen Korn and the business I've built from scratch instead of putting all of my energy and time into a direct sales business that I couldn't control the income from and my passion for was disintegrating. When I think back to January of 2019, this year, and if I had not spent that money to take that course, if I had not invested money in myself, I don't think that I would be in this position today with such a clear vision of where my life is headed. The amount of clarification that has come, you guys, in these past 12 months is very, very mind-blowing if you were to know the ins and outs of all of it. But without reading an entire book to you today, I want you to realize that you can be multi-passionate and own more than one business. You don't need to be restrained to one company, one paycheck, one set of friends, one tribe of women, one anything. If you are not feeling 100% confident in your direction, stop. Do some self-discovery. Stop listening to other people and learn more about yourself. You have gifts inside of you right now that people need in their life. The story you are holding back inside and keeping for yourself has so much value and power. When you step into your core purpose of what you are meant to do and who you are meant to serve, you will change someone else's life with your knowledge. So, as I close out this year, 2019, I am so grateful for my direct sales business and all the experiences and people that came with it. I know without a doubt I would not have had the confidence to press send on that email in 2017 to start my branding business without it. I learned new skills, got better in so many areas, and most importantly learned that you should always put people's wants first, not your own. Let me repeat. You should always put people's wants first, not your own. So to close out this last Branding Bites episode in 2019, I will let you know that my unexpected joy in 2019 to put my personal brand marketing business front and center paid off literally. This year, my branding business brought in 50% of the annual income that my ongoing direct sales business did in 2019. And for that, I am so thankful and I'm so proud of myself for going for it. And I'm thankful for each of you for being a part of my journey. And then in the last quarter of 2019, I took my business even further. I started this podcast and I hired 2 people to my team, which is another huge, huge moment in itself that you'll probably have another podcast episode for. But I believe we are all layered in experiences that lead us to our next purpose. One passion can lead to another until you know without a doubt you are living in your lane and serving the people God put you here to serve. You simply need to unlock and shine a light on all the actions, behaviors, and preferences you already possess.
All right, purpose-driven CEOs, until next time, keep putting purpose behind your brand, and thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of the Branding Bites podcast. I'd love to hear from you, so hop on over to Instagram at Stay in Your Lane Brand and drop a comment. And if you're feeling extra gracious, please leave a review wherever you caught this podcast. You can dive into the show notes for this episode and all episodes at brandingbitespodcast.com. And if you love this podcast, please share it with a friend. Thanks for tuning in.